Hello and welcome. This is Sharron speaking, bringing through some of the messages that have come through from our beautiful Lady Gaia over the past week or so. So you will or may have heard me speak before about the big solar event. What she says about that is that it has been broken down into a series of smaller flashes, washes, filaments, as this is more supportive for the ascension of the masses to be gently activated. And of course you may have seen that I put that meme together about, like the sleeping giant, they are awakening. So the collective is doing that. In our physical world, Gaia has said that there is likely to be a big wave of radiation that tortures and scorches the Earth's atmosphere. So that will come from the sun. It's likely to occur by the end of the first sort of week, 10 days of October. And she says that what it will do is it will scorch the Earth's atmosphere, refining and increasing the frequency of the ions, and will be another big energetic shift for our planet. That our instructions as human beings is to get cleaner with the diet, so that we are consuming less dense food, more fresh food, more organic, more raw food, and that juicing is a good extra either alternative or added into supplementary way of eating, getting nutrients in. To add salt to your water, a little bit of salt to your water, or crystal mineral drops, that will also help. She says citizens and humanity must awaken themselves to not just oppose but undo this culmination of trickery and sorcery that has veiled and blinded many. So many who have been deceived by their own inability to perceive the energy of truth. Those who have submitted to blindly following and believing the rhetoric that is espoused. But this is now changing, shifting, revealing and opening, and it will do so with the roar of a newly aroused lion and the power and force of a huge waterfall such as Niagara. If you are awake, sit back and witness this avalanche of the momentum of change as it gathers force over the next few weeks. And that was information that came through on the 21st. Gaia said that on the 26th that we were passing through a very special point as a planet. She said there is no return from this point. The portal back in reference to density and form is closed. The opening up can take on a more accelerated forward motion. All is clear for mass ascension. We are working on the opening, awakening, releasing, trusting and dropping into one's own divinity. A self-realization that each of us is in control of the evolution of our own destiny. She says the ring past knot is into full effect. So the ring past knot is this idea of our moving through from a belief or an aspect of believing in separation to a higher consciousness. And she has said that we have that is into full effect. So here is some information, a little bit more information about the ring path knot. It's comprised of what we are and what we are not. The limit set by our own response to the edge of our fear, as well as the threshold of revelation. Another important aspect of that is our self-created blind spots and limited ego mind, which can hinder and limit what we are willing to accept and become as spirits in the material world. So this is all about this level of growth that we have met collectively, and that we will also, as with everything on this ascension process, we go through it individually and collectively, and as the collective of humanity and as the planet. And so these are certain things that we must learn before we move on, and lessons we must master to grow beyond our limitations and fears. And so this is all known as the ring pass knot, as we come to learn and apply wisdom and intelligence and skill. And so I have read that out in bits and part from the Cosmic Cantina, on which I just found on the net. But this is our ability, or the limits of our ability to act or not act skillfully in various situations, and it applies to our emotions and to our mindset. So this is our way of moving through to find new ways of doing something, and this idea that we go past separation between the teacher, the teaching, and those who are taught. So anyway, that's a little bit of information about that. And then Gaia said to me yesterday, I think this was, freedom is on its way. The flags of freedom fly well in the breeze today as humanity has passed another tipping point. A collective realization today that freedom can be felt on the inside and seized from the outside. A people united can change the trajectory in both the small cells of homes and families and the larger cells of communities, villages, towns, cities and countries. So I invite you to really drop into your hearts at this time, to be conjuring up this beautiful new earth that we are about to move through and into, however you wish to see that. We are saturating the fifth dimensional band. It's becoming more and more landed, if you like, in our world, as we are watching the dissolution of the old. We are watching still the aspects after the game, the general kind of carry on that might be going on amongst the various supporters of the opposing teams, and we will be shortly moving into mopping up from that and beginning to be seeing more truth. And you can see more and more of that is popping up, making itself known, as we begin to undo this and begin to co-create our new systems and structures over this next little while. But I wish you a beautiful closing to this massively intensive week. And know that we've got probably a few weeks more of intensity, that it's the squeezing. It's the deep, intense squeezing. We need to release all that doesn't serve us, and that's from the tiny aspects of our own selves to that of the planet. so that we have gone through a very deep purification, clearing and cleansing, and can then come into an equilibrium and begin to build the new. So I wish you a beautiful few days, and I will catch you again soon. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, please like, share and subscribe. I also offer one-on-one sessions in energy healing and Akashic readings. And for those of you seeking clarity of life purpose and direction, the instructions to book a session are below. Infinite blessings and much love to you.